and welcome back to the YouTube channel, the channel dedicated to all things cheap and the world of fragrances. And as you've seen from the title and the thumbnail, we are now on another annual edition of the 5 Cheapies for a certain season. And this one is the 5 Cheapies for this season we are now in, which is summertime. We're now in the middle of the year. School is out. It's very hot. The sun's out. It's muggy. It's humid, or at least it's like that where I am here in the southern US. But then again, it's like that most of the year anyway. But for most people, it is that tropical, at the beach, vacation time setting. So you want something that is going to complement that season perfectly. You want something that's fresh and light, maybe sometimes fruity, it's playful, and just something to give you that little bit of escape from reality and make you feel very good amid all the hot weather out there. And I think these 5 I have here will do the perfect job at that. All of them have a little bit of a similarity with them, but then again, most fresh summer fragrances are going to have a little bit of a similarity, but each of these will serve that purpose great if you want something that is either younger or for older or in the middle. But either way, these will cover a variety of occasions and both day or nighttime use, really anytime that you need it this summer. Starting off on the first one here, it is one that doesn't get a whole lot of hype or talk about it. Even a lot of the cheapie people out there may not even know about this one. It's very much under the radar. A lot of the other flankers in this line get most of the noticeability and notoriety, but I think this one is very slept on and one that you should check out if you get the chance to pick it up. It is by Abercrombie & Fitch, and it is the original First Instinct. Like I said, this one here is one that I have as a personal favorite, especially among the whole First Instinct line and really anything that Abercrombie & Fitch has made. I really love the extreme version, and that's more similar to this one than the other 2 flankers. And I do have a video covering the whole First Instinct line. I'll put the link to that video up here. But this one, the original one, the one that started off, is one that not many people talk about or may even know about, but it is absolutely perfect for the warm, hot weather. This comes across immediately very sweet, fruity on the top, very bright, effervescent, a little bit of a musky cleanliness in there. Also has a little bit of a spicy tinge to it, but nothing that's too dark, a very fresh, light spiciness. And as it dries down, you get a little bit of a warm ambers and more of those clean musks and a very soft woodiness, but majority of it is just a very clean, sweet profile. And it's nothing that's gonna be like overly realistic fruity, but it is something that is still very enjoyable. And performance on this is not the absolute best, but still it is a fresh fragrance and it is very inexpensive. So whether you find this online or at rack stores, you could find it for a bigger size bottle and just spray it up whenever you need to. Perfectly wearable for any situation, day or night, office, casual, young or old. But I do think it does have a more youthful appeal to it because of that sweetness that's in it. And I actually believe I put this in my back to school Cheapies video from last year. I'll put that link up here as well. Easy to wear, easy to get your head around, and nothing that's way too complicated, but one that in the simplicity it is, works great. Again, this one here by Abercrombie & Fitch, it is the original First Instinct. The next one we have is a cologne fragrance, and I only have one other cologne in this listing. Otherwise, I could have probably filled it up easily with nothing but colognes, but I really wanted to be specific and particular about what I picked. And even though the original of this would work just as great in this list, I personally really do like the flanker of this even more. So it is from Lattafa, and it is Fakar Platine. Like I said, the original Fakar is really good, a nice YSL white cologne, very easy to wear, just as compliment getting. But I think that this one, which is cloning YSL white, the elixir with a little bit of a twist, I think works just as well, if not better, for this more tropical, summery feel that I'm wanting to go into, because this actually has more tropical notes in here, like guava, very much more of a fruity aspect on the top than the original Fakar. Even though the original does have that very nice apple note, this one adds to that with more citrus and more fruits. Like I said, more of a tropical twist to it. And as it dries down, you get a lot of musks, almost like an aldehydic quality, which YSL has always had in their DNA, but this one adds in a little more of a soapy kind of feel to it with a lot of lavender, a very masculine leaning edge of that freshness, a nice spicy aromatic nature to it as well, going from that opening to that mid, and up behind it, a lot of clean woodiness and a lot of musk. You really don't get that oud aspect in here like you do with the original white elixir, but this takes that profile and really just freshens it up, making it more of a beach style scent. I really do like this, and performance on this is very good as well. A nice medium, like 5 to 6 hours longevity with a loud projection for the first little bit, and it goes down to being a good medium for the rest of the fragrance. Very versatile wear as well, so not just all season, but really every occasion, day or night, office or casual, youth or mature. Really, it covers all bases. But I will say, if you're wearing this as an office scent or something in more intimate settings, you might be wary of how many sprays you're wearing. So be a little conservative with it, because the performance, like I said, is very, very good. But still, absolutely great quality, very great blend. I know as it matures, it'll get even better. A really great cologne though, not really one-to-one with Y Elixir. It's adding its own creative twist with it, being more unique and trying to make it into a profile that it wasn't really at originally, which I think is a great, great move. Especially recommend this one for a great summertime wear. It is Lattafa's Fakar Platine. The next one here is one that hardly needs any introduction. It's one that has been a favorite in the fragrance community, especially the Cheapie community, for a long while. And really, any content creator out there has talked about this at some point, whether it's for the price you can get it at, or really just the kind of profile it is that just works way too well for the summertime, especially if you're out and about in the tropics or at a beach setting. It is by John Barbados, and it is Artisan Pure. This is an absolute stunner of a fragrance, especially for the price you can pick it up at. The quality is just astounding. And on the off chance, if you have not heard about this, or you don't own it, or you've never smelled it before, what you're gonna get out of this is an opening that is very, very bright, citric, almost rindy with the way the citrus comes across, very green with a noticeable petitgrain note, and a good bit of white florals, adding in a lot of cleanliness in here, a tad bit of sweetness, a lot of airy marine ozonic muskiness in here as well, being very clean, very fluffy, a little bit of a sea saltiness as well, which adds to that at the beach in the waves kind of feel. And as it dries down, you keep a lot of those florals, a good bit of that clean muskiness, and some very, very soft woodiness. This is a very classy profile, easy to wear, easy to enjoy, and easy to love. And even though it is a very big freshie, and a lot of people give John Barbados flack for the performance, I actually personally get pretty good performance out of this, a medium to loud for the first couple of hours, and as it dries down, that woodiness stays with me, easily going on to right under average, like maybe almost 5 hours or so. And the citruses are very fleeting, but they're very nice, and the florals do carry on for a good bit for majority of the profile. But despite the performance, it's a very enjoyable wearing experience. Like I said, super high quality, very photorealistic ingredients in here. It smells like you're actually breaking open a nice big thing of citrus, and you're at the beach and you smell the wind brushing in that sea salty air, and you're in the sunlight, but yet you're also in the shade of an umbrella with the tropical palm leaves beside you, and you have that nice bit of woodiness from the beach chair that you're sitting in. It just has a whole thing about it. I absolutely love it. I think it's one of my absolute favorite from John Barbados, especially my favorite profiles in general. It just is really, really nice, like a little bit of an aromatic tinge in there with that green petitgrain and whatnot. It is just absolutely a stunner and beauty of a fragrance, one that I would highly recommend to anyone out there. Above everything else in this video, you definitely want to go with this. If you just want to have that transportive vacation experience, this is definitely one to do that for you. A perfect everyday wear, probably more for the daytime, but it's great for office, great for casual out and about. Probably not gonna be so much for the younger guys unless you really want a very classy, masculine, gentlemanly kind of vibe. But for those who are more mature, who do like those style fragrances, you are definitely going to like this one here. Absolutely perfect, really, in my mind, in every way. I easily give this a 10 out of 10 if I was to rate any cheapie I have back here. As far as the summertime fragrance, it definitely is a 10 top tier one for me. Really, I can't brag on this enough. Like I said, there's not really much more I can say about it that hasn't already been said, and I really can't put it any higher than everybody else has already put it as well, because it really is that enjoyable and that very refreshing of a summer fragrance. This one here by John Barbados, it is Artisan Pure. The next one is a recent pickup of mine, and I've been just waiting and itching to talk about it because I think it's actually probably my absolute favorite summer fragrances in my whole collection, especially as far as clones. I know I do like Artisan Pure, but as far as clone fragrances and the overall profile, it is definitely a top tier summer one for me personally. It is by French Avenue, and it is Safari Breeze. So this is apparently a clone of Tales of Zanzibar by Memoirs of a Perfume Collector, which is a very niche indie brand, a very expensive fragrance as well, but very highly regarded as being one of the better tropical fruity style niche fragrances out there. And even though I've never tried the original, I still think that this one is absolutely fantastic. So what you're gonna get on this is an opening that is very, very tropical, fruity, a good black currant note in here, a lot of citrus, as well as in a little bit of a tartness, but a good bit of sweetness along with it. And right behind it, you get a very marine, ozonic, sea salty, mineralic kind of feel to it, a lot of clean musks. And as it dries down, you get a nice, little bit of an earthy, aromatic style of oak moss and a good base of some dense woods that also is a little bit fresh as well, a little bit dry, nothing that's too ambery, even though there's a tad bit of that in there as well. Mainly what you're gonna get is something that's very tropical, fruity on the opening, a little bit of almost a coconut factor in the mid, muskiness, and that oak moss in the base. Another one that if you have this one along with Artisan Pure on a vacation to a beach to like Bora Bora or the tropics, Bahamas or wherever you're going out at, you'll be the best smelling person on those islands. I can almost guarantee you. Both of them just have that overall very transportive, synesthetic experience where you're just at the beach, you're eating a bowl of fruits and you're just smelling, maybe some rocks on the side that, all the waves are washing up on. They have a little bit of moss on them. You get a little bit of that petrichor earthiness. You just have all of that in here. Really perfectly wearable for any time, day or night. I wouldn't say this is probably more office wear, but it's definitely one that's fun enough and lively enough. You could wear it casually, very, very easily. And I think maybe for young and older, both would really enjoy this, and you'd have different aspects of it that you'd appreciate as well. And it's one that is hyped online pretty realistically, but not everyone really knows about it, and it's just going out and grabbing it and picking it up. But for those who do know, you know exactly how good this is. One that, like I said, is probably my absolute favorite summer profiles that I am enjoying currently right now, and I think that you would enjoy it just as much. Again, this one here by French Avenue, it is Safari Breeze. Now onto the last one here, and it's one that I'm surprised I haven't talked about any sooner in any other listings. I have mentioned this in a lot of week rotation videos because I wore it a good bit last year in the warm weather, and I did talk about the line of fragrances that this is a part of, which is a great quality line for the cheap, but for some reason I just haven't singled this one out because it is really good. It's from a company that really everyone out there, especially in the cheapie community, knows as being a great company for good quality products on the cheap, and is none other than the car company of Bentley, and it is Bentley for Men Azure. So this one is also a personal favorite from Ross at TLTG Reviews, which is why I picked this up early in my fragrance journey and got the whole line shortly after. What you're gonna get with this is a big burst of citrus and fruits in the opening, slightly sour and tart, but a very mild sweetness in the background. And how I've always described the citrus in this is it feels like it has almost a bite or a chew to it, almost like a gummy citrus candy, because it goes on not just in the opening, but even into the middle. It just has a little bit of almost an ambery warmth to it along with that citrus, a good bit of a fresh, ozonic, clean muskiness, and a little bit of a marine aspect as well. Nothing that's too sea salty or mineralic, but just a little bit of almost that blue fragrance style of musk. And as it dries down even more, you get a little bit of aromatics, a tad bit of greenness, and a good bit of a soft woodiness along with a good hefty base of musk, and like I said, a little bit of an ambery warmth as well. But overall, through and through, it's a very bright, citric, almost transparent, very lively kind of style fragrance, very classy as well. It has a good bit of like a gentleman's wear kind of aspect to it, but I do think younger guys can enjoy it just as much. And performance on this is pretty much right at the average mark, like between 5 to 6 hours longevity, but a nice medium, almost medium loud for that first like couple of hours, especially from the opening. Very loud, great sillage to it, and off skin and in the air, it has a great smoothness to it. Very well blended, very well made. Just does not smell like it should cost like anywhere between $20 to $30, which I think is what it goes at now online. It smells very, very high quality. Like I said, a little bit of a gentleman's classy but casual style fragrance. Nothing that's too dressed up, but you can dress it up, especially with a nice button-up shirt and some slacks, chilling by a poolside. It works great for that kind of environment. Compliment puller because of that very nice, sweet, citric, fruity opening and that nice, clean middle and dry down. It is just all in all exactly what you'd expect out of a summer-oriented fragrance. There's nothing that's like breaking the mold and reaching for the stars, but it's one that for the price smells absolutely fantastic, and a nice in the middle, not too high, not too low kind of expectation. It just really does meet exactly what you want and will cover everything that you need in the summertime. Like I said, from the line that it's in, you can expect great quality. But one that I highly recommend and a great ending off point from this whole listing I have here is by Bentley and is Bentley for Men Azure. And there you guys, my 5 cheapies for this summertime, ones that I personally would highly recommend for you to try to pick up if you don't already have them and wear them and thoroughly enjoy them throughout this hot, humid summer that we're going into. And like I said, even just these two here between Artisan Pure and Safari Breeze, if you want more of the just over tropical, like cabana kind of style ones, these are perfect for that. And by themselves, they'd probably knock out most of everyone else out there who either do or don't wear fragrances on the average. But still, all these here, the rest of them, absolutely amazing. And all these you should find really available either online and some of them even at rack stores for a really good price. Like I said, under that $40 mark at most places. Even though Artisan Pure might be a little harder to get, but you still can find it for a really good price at most places. They're all clean, they're fresh, they're citric, fruity, they're on the whole a little sweet. They have that oceanic, like marine, beachy kind of vibe to them, and they just all smell way higher quality and way more magnetic than you expect for that price range. If you have any of these, if you own any of these, let me know what you think about them, or if you're looking at getting them, let me know if you have any questions about them. All the things that you have in the comments below, even some other suggestions of things that you personally try to wear every summer, or maybe things that you don't see me talking about if you don't think I have them. Let me know your suggestions and comments down below. Maybe at some point, if I see a recommendation out and about or online and I have the chance to pick it up, I'll pick it up and then let you know what I think about it. And if you're watching this video and you like what you've seen here and you're enjoying these seasonal videos that I put out and about and they're really helpful to you and they kind of give you an expectation of things you want to look at, please let me know by giving the video a like and a thumbs up. Let me know that you are enjoying them and you do want to see more of them as we continue going through on the channel. And if you're watching this video and you're not subscribed to the channel, but you do like what you've seen here or what you've seen elsewhere on the channel, I encourage you to please consider supporting me by subscribing and hitting the notification bell so you can see all the other things I'm working on in the background to bring out to you guys. I'd love for you to be rolling with me on this cheap and inexpensive fragrance journey. And hey, maybe I can even help you discover something new along the way. And as always, guys, that's all I have for today's video. Again, thank you for being here and for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I hope that you've enjoyed it. And I will see all of you again in the next video. Be blessed.